I think one of the biggest surprises I got when I was looking at and going through the DEI Collaborative was learning how much more innovative you are as an organization when you have diverse voices around the table. I think Deloitte did a study once that said 83% more innovation when you have greater diversity, and it fosters your own innovative and creative thought when you have people who don't think exactly or have the same life experiences as you do. It's important to everything that we're able to do. I mean, it's not only important in our workplace, but it's important to the social fabric of our very community. Let alone, my biggest leadership lesson was never forget who and what you're serving and why. So to have a diverse workplace allows you to have a deeper understanding of those you're serving. We know time and time again, not only is it the right thing to build organizational trust and brand, but you are much better performing. If you have diverse thinking and people with different experiences, coming into your workforce, we know that the workforce is changing, thankfully, in terms of giving us much greater diversity. Soon I will be a minority. I made the decision to participate in the DEI Collaborative because I thought we had a real problem as a community. We are proud of this community and all it does and the ways it has wonderful collaborations overall. And when we looked at the diversity of our workforce, both in terms of how it reflected our community as a whole, but how it might undermine our performance as organizations, it's appalling. And we were all tired of knowing that and not doing anything. So the DEI Collaborative really allows us to turn that knowledge into kind of an introspective look at what about you? What do you bring to this framework? What's your lens on this? What is your organization's take on this? And how do we collaborate then as a community to move the needed diversity in our workforce forward? I think that we saw a huge gap. We've seen it in education. We've seen it in our workforce. We see it in our very community, and it affects even the very cohesion of what we want to be as a community in general. So that's why I wanted to be part of this, because we had a big problem and I wanted to be part of starting to make it smaller and actually turning the knowing into doing. The DEI Collaborative meant so much to me that I went through it as a participant, and then I went through it again as one of the co-chairs. And I have to say that I continually learned through that process. And the return on the investment of time, if time is our currency as leaders in these roles, I don't know that I've had much a greater return. I mean, the amount of time spent for what you get out of this and hopefully what your community and organization gain from it is just enormous. So I would say this is one of the time well spent. Always as leaders, we're trying to figure out what seems urgent and what's really important. This is in the really important, big font, underlined several times.